little blurry. Okay, here we are. I have a question here. We're at an Italian cafe. We have a question in 3.1. Hopefully you can hear me. It's a little loud in here. And the question is, how do we graph an equation that's has a slope in fractional form? Well, how we graph it is going to change in 3.4. In fact, we're going to really like fractions in 3.4. And when we do 3.4, afterwards you're going to go, why on earth did you make me graph it this way? And the reason is that we want to practice fractions. Okay, we want to start to understand fractions and what fractions are. Okay, so the first thing is we can always find the y-intercept, because the y-intercept is always that number that's by itself. So we can orientate, right? So it's the 4 there. Okay, and so the y-intercept is going to be 0, 4, because x is a 0. That term goes away. We're left with the 4. Now, when we're graphing fractions, the key is to look at the denominator. Whatever the denominator is, you need to pick a value that denominator goes into. So in other words, a multiple of that number. So if we have a 2, we want a multiple of 2. So numbers like -4, -2, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, so on. All of those numbers are divisible by 2. And the reason we do that is because when we plug it in, here we plugged in a -4, so I put a pencil over there. So I plugged a -4 in for x here. Okay. Remember, -4 is a fraction. It's -4 over 1. All numbers are fractions. And when you multiply fractions together, you multiply the top together, and then you multiply the bottom. So we go -1 times -4 is positive 4, and 2 times 1 is 2. Okay. Then we go, what's 4 divided by 2? Well, it's 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. Okay? So, and all of these numbers here are going to end up being whole numbers, because all of the values we chose for x, when we plug them in here, are going to be whole numbers, because they're all divisible by 2. So if we have another one, say y equals 1/3 x minus 2, okay? Again, the y-intercept is right here, 0, -2. If we plug in values that are multiples of 3, everything's going to work out nicely. So I'm going to pick numbers that are -6, -3, 0, which we're given right away, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. All of those numbers are going to end up being nice, clean numbers that we can then plot. Okay? If it was 1/4, we would pick multiples of 4. If it was 1/16, we'd pick multiples of 16. Okay? If it's 1/6, we'll pick multiples of 6. Okay, because when we plug that in, let's plug in the first value, -6 here for x. So we've got 1/3, okay, times -6, and again, -6 is a fraction, it's -6 over 1. We go 1 times -6 is -6, 3 times 1 is 3, -6 divided by 3 is -2, -2 minus 2, -4, okay? All those numbers are going to be clean, and we simply take those numbers and we plot them in our graph and draw our line. So I'll just do the first one. We've got -6, or -4 and 6. Okay. I'm going to go, sorry it's a little bumpy, -4 up to 6. There's a point. -2 and 5, -2. 0 and 4. Hard to do looking through the viewfinder. 2 and 3. And 4 and 2. Okay. Then use our straight edge. And we draw our line. And like I said, in 3.4, we're going to learn another way of doing this. It's going to be a lot better. It's getting really odd in here, so I think I won't do the other one. All right, bye.